Hi guys, welcome to senior night. Like all senior nights, it's tradition to honor our seniors as they play their last, well, not the last home game, but you guys get what I mean, right? First, I want to say a couple things before you guys come down with your families. I think myself and Coach Kenzie, it's been a pleasure, honestly, to get an opportunity to work with you ladies. As a coach, you're always looking to not coach the best players, but also coach, the best athletes in terms of how you present yourselves, how you carry yourselves on and off the field. And as seniors, a lot of times seniors can think, well, it's my last year, I'm not going to give everything, and you guys do the opposite. We're going through very uncertain times, but it's amazing. It's been an honor to work with you guys, to get an opportunity, and if I could wish for anything, would have been to have at least another year with all of you. We have a couple more games to go, but I wanted to take the opportunity because I know normally when I talk to you guys, all about what I want you guys to do on the field, but it's an honor, and I'm really, really, really proud to have had a chance to coach each and every one of you. And I've told you, even as you go on, if you guys ever need anything, we're here. Coaches are not just to help you get through, games, but also to kind of guide you in whatever you need as you take the next chapters of your lives. I am more than sure that you guys are going to do great. Whatever you decide to do after here, honestly, one of the reasons I took this job was because I knew the culture at Canton, and I'm very, very blessed to know that you guys have not disappointed. You're an example to these guys, and I'm sure with your leadership skills and how you've governed yourselves all through the season and for what's left, they too are blessed to have had the experience to play alongside you guys. So without further ado, I am going to give Kenzie to announce the seniors because I'll butcher most of the names, so I want to save myself the embarrassment. And Coach Kenzie is going to do the honors, and I will give out some flowers. All right, guys?
Number 9, Captain Mia Gilmore, accompanied by her parents, Adrian and Chris, and her sister, Ava. Number 10, Captain Olivia Rodman, accompanied by her parents, Trish and Brett, and her brother, Jordan, and her sister, Lexi. Number 14, Captain Elisa Alexia, accompanied by her parents, Rosie and Anthony, and her sister, Katya, and her brother, Anthony. Number 6, Alex Lopez, accompanied by her parents, Mercedes and Israel, and her sister, Sarah. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Number 8, Sarai Costello, accompanied by her parents, Bea and Red, and her sister, Michaela. Number 15, Jenna Perla, accompanied by her parents, Kathy and Rick, and her sister, Christina. Number 16, Amy Highland, accompanied by her family, Rob, Jen, Skylar, Perry, Julie, Matt, Adam, and Charlotte. Number 18, Paige Derry, accompanied by her parents, Carolyn and Jim, and her brother, Patrick.
All right, we're going to take a few moments, get some pictures, and hopefully the refs will give us a few minutes to warm up afterwards.
Oh, I have to make sure that gets put away. Danny left the answer. Yeah, I don't know why you guys are still. You're all I'm working out. Remember we used to do this? I was doing like a song dance.
Hello everyone and welcome to a drizzling night here at World War II Veterans Memorial Field. I'm Kevin Prake along with Saeed, your cameraman, as we bring you varsity girls soccer action between the Canton Bulldogs and the Oliver Ames Tigers. The big one tonight that is as it is the senior night celebration for the Canton Bulldogs in the home green attires and the Tigers in the white attires. And this is going to be quite the game as both teams are undefeated, have not lost yet this year, and we're getting very close to the end of the season, and the standings matter because there very well might be a playoff to be had, a tournament, so to speak. Both teams trying to stay undefeated in this game, and we have the 8 seniors ready for the Bulldogs as they're playing their second to last home game of the regular season. Those 8 seniors will be Mia Gilmore, the senior captain wearing the number 9, senior captain number 10, Olivia Rodman, senior captain number 14, Alisa Delezia, senior number 8, Shirai Costello, number 16, senior Amy Hyman, number 6, senior Alexander Lopez, and number 18, Paige Dreary. Those are the 8 seniors going for the Bulldogs tonight as the teams get the lay of the law from the referees in the bright yellow tonight. And we're just about ready to start here on this Monday evening for this game. It is Monday, October 26, 2020. Thank you for joining us here on Periscope at periscope.tv/Canton CHS _ girls soccer. Gonna make sure you get the right one in there. And or on the Periscope app, which would be you just search Canton or CHS _ girls soccer. Thank you for joining us there, or maybe you're joining us on Canton Community Television, either on their website or on the local channel on the TV, Comcast 12, Verizon 41, wherever you may be watching this. Thank you for joining us here on this very important night. This is the fourth to last game for the Bulldogs. They will travel to Oliver Ames this coming Wednesday. Yeah, it looks like it'll be, one at Oliver Ames. I think it's this coming Wednesday. And they will follow it with 2 games against Foxborough next week. So big time test for the Bulldogs, and also a big time test for the Oliver Ames Tigers. They've had a little bit of a tough start, but they have regained their composure, and not that they ever lost it, they have gone on their winning ways and are on a 2-game winning streak. So the Tigers looking to continue that, and the Bulldogs looking to shut it down. We had the nice ceremony earlier in the evening with the coach for the Bulldogs, Idris Sinijo, in his first year, giving his speech to the girls and their respective families. And it'll be quite the fun night for both teams. Hopefully you will enjoy this game. As we get set for the kickoff here, and it looks to be the Tigers are starting. The rain appears to stop drizzling just for now, so to speak. There is no wind, the flag is not moving. And the whistle sounds, and we're off with the kickoff. And here we go with this varsity action as the Tigers looking to march down the field. Again, they are in the white tops and the black shorts, and the Bulldogs are in the all green. And down the field they go, and it looks like, I think that was Shirai Costello who got that one and kicked it out of there. Ooh, Rodman, one of the senior captains. We'll touch on the seniors a lot later this evening, probably around halftime. She gets the kick out, and the Bulldogs looking to make something happen, and they send it down almost to number 6 there, which would be Alexander Lopez starting on this senior night. The black ponytail waving, and she's kicking it all the way around, trying to get it past her defender, which would be number 15, Allison Even. And that looks to be a goal kick for the Tigers. We're having this game under the modification set forth by the MIAA. No physical, trying to have social distance. Everybody required to wear a mask, even the players. They're chasing it down the field, and it almost just past the touchline, but then stolen by the Bulldogs, and then the Bulldogs seem to get clear possession. Here comes Heinlein. Heinlein getting that ball, and she's going forth. And it looks like it went past the touchline, and Katie Gibson will take it in for the Tigers as they bang it through, trying to get it to Stafari, who is filled in for the injured Elise Broderick, who has had a brace on her knee for most of the season. She has been seemingly getting better. She has been at all the games, and she's been supporting her team any which way. And that ball looked to be out of bounds on number 6, Alex Lopez, and it will be sent forth to the Tigers. The Tigers looking to make something happen to the COVID restrictions, the modification set forth by the MIAA. There has to be masked at all times. There is no physical contact, no slide tackling, none of that. What you decide, no shoulder to shoulder. But instead of throw-ins, there are kick-ins. There are no ball gatherers, so every team has to have at least 6 to 8 balls or more sanitized and ready to go at the end of each quarter. Yes, I said quarter, as we're going with quarters instead of halves. The Bulldogs getting a good chance down the field, and they're looking to make something happen there. But it looks to be out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. And she boots it, and it gets sent down right around the 30-yard line if this was an American football game, but this is football. in this time. And it looks like Hyman getting down the field, and she passes it down to her team. Oh, down to Lopez, but off the chest of number 19, Lauren Sameyer. And it looks to be Bulldog ball, and they will continue it. And in comes senior captain Mia Gilmore to take this kick in. And she kicks it, and there'll be a whistle right after she kicks it. Maybe somebody was offsides or something. And it looks to be that the Tigers will take possession. 16-18 left to go in this first quarter. No score. The Bulldogs facing the Oliver Ames Tigers. A little bit of an adjustment here from the referee. Switching the ball over. It looks to be number 11, Kate Gibson, taking the kick in. It gets sent in. A nice tried play there by Ellie McCabe. McCabe celebrating her older sister. Excuse me, I thought that one of the McCabes was a senior, but she is not. My apologies. Off the gather by Rodman. Rodman sends it down. Rodman continuing to play this ball, continue to strike down the field. But it will go past the touchline, out of bounds. It will be the Tiger ball. This is the last senior night for the Bulldogs. The boys soccer and field hockey had theirs last week, as opposed on this field the last senior night, and that ball will be recovered by the Tigers after that shot on goal. Train going by here at World War II Veterans Memorial Field. Sling it downfield. It looks like Hyman trying to get passed up first. Stafari. Stafari recovers that and will send it down to her team. She has not let, despite being the backup for the Bulldogs, despite filling in for her injured teammate, she has played like she has started her entire career at the high school in Canton. And Hyman trying to make sure that ball doesn't go past the touchline, but it does. Bulldogs trying to gather themselves. Along with the Tigers, they're in a feeling out process. The first time these two teams have met this season. Every game is against a league opponent. So both teams will face each other twice once a week. So they will face here tonight at Canton High, and then later on in the week at Oliver Ames in Easton. It looks to be that the Tigers are getting the kick in there. And that ball will be out as they are on the Bulldogs side of the pitch, which is not a normal sight if you've been staying with us throughout the season. Normally it's on the opposing side. Bulldogs known to be very aggressive in trying to score goals. Great kick. That was like a karate kick by number 22 there. For the Tigers, which be Emma Pereira, wearing the number 22, the senior captain, had the little leg swing and then the kick and then the sideways kick. She had it all going on as she was trying to make sure that she scored the first points for her team. The Bulldogs have not allowed more than one goal in a game by their opponents at all this season. Nobody has scored more than one goal per game this entire season against Stafari. Stafari is left. She's only allowed a handful of goals throughout the season. Hyman, the senior, passes it down to her teammate and then passes it back and then back again. Pressure from number 21, Alexa Lane, and that will send that ball out past the touchline. But Hyman will get a second shot as she looks to pass it down. Gets it down to what looks to be Sarai Costello. Sarai playing big, getting the ball off her chest and then under her foot and then over and again. Quite the play here. It looks like there'll be a foul, and Sarai sends it back down the field to Highland. Highland sends it down. Gets it down to her teammate, and then right back. Fancy footwork. Gilmore gets it off just Sarai. Sarai Costello getting it down to her team. And the Bulldogs trying to make something happen. One of their better offensive plays rather than the shut-on goal they had earlier. Fast break opportunity here for the Tigers as they're in such a formation rushing down the field. But it will not to be. 11:37 left to go in the first quarter. 0-0 your score. Canton Bulldogs facing the Oliver Ames Tigers in a varsity girls soccer matchup here at World War II Veterans Memorial Field. I'm Kevin Prake along with the cameraman Saeed. Thank you for joining us. Little instruction, and Stefari sends it down the field into a lot of white jerseys, but then Rodman comes down straight in and gets to it, but then after she rebounds it, the numbers game comes up and the Tigers are taking it down the field. They're trying to make something, oh, and down she goes. It looked like number 12, Ava Gilmore, collided with one of the Tigers, and that is just not allowed, whether accidental or not, in this COVID era of Massachusetts high school sports. So there will be what looks to be a direct kick for number 22 of the Tigers. And she's getting ready and set to go. The senior captain trying to slam it home, and it'll be blocked by the Bulldogs. And then off the foot of number 15, Allison Even gets it down, but then the Bulldogs intercept, but then they get it right back to the Tigers. The Tigers roaring forward, trying to make sure that they are the kings, or the queens in this case, of the jungle. And that ball will go dangerously along the touchline, and it looks to be out on the Bulldogs, and the Tigers putting up a big fight here early against their opponents. The Tigers are not messing around tonight, and that ball is jammed out of there. It looks like almost a header. Those are also null and void for this season. Of course, all these rules up to the referee's discretion. And it looks like the ball will be, I'm trying to figure out actually where it is. And there it is. There it is with Sarai Costello. And she will take it down the field here. And she boots it. My goodness. That was from like, what is that, 25 yards out? And she booted it through the upright. She should just go be the kicker. She should go replace some NFL kickers, or maybe just be a kicker. That'd be fantastic, but it goes straight through the upright. It's not the upright she was looking for. And it'll be a goal kick for the Tigers as they spank that one home. Getting that ball down the field. And they continue to do very high plays. Oh, trying to get the play on it was number 12, Ava Gilmore. Gilmore trying to make something happen. But wow, that is a rousing play by the only freshman on the Tigers, and that would be Lucinda Carter. Carter almost getting a shot on Stefari. Stefari getting a big workout here tonight as we are 0-0. Canton tied up with the Oliver Ames Tigers, and that ball will roll past Stefari. Both goalies are wearing the number 0. Well, that's quite interesting. Only Stefari wearing a single 0, and Emma O'Donnell, the starting goalie for the Oliver Ames Tigers, wearing the double 0. That, of course, representing their jerseys. They are immensely important to both teams, to their respective teams. And then down the field goes number 11 as they're passing the ball quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 touches off that one, and then trying to get it down to Carter. Carter racing down the field, and it looked like, my goodness, that was so close. Right behind the out-of-bounds line there, the goal line, and it will go past there. And then from the penalty box will the shot come from Miss Stefari. Marissa lines up her shot, and she boots it towards the stands here, towards her own bench. But it is intercepted not too long after. Oh, and somebody almost got pushed. And that ball looks to be going past the touchline there. Number 11, Katie Gibson, playing a big role so far for her team. The junior wearing the number 11, she has played a big role so far in this game, as we've already had our first substitutions in this game. Those being on the side of the Tigers, 2 coming in, 2 coming out. Heinlein trying to make something. Oh, and she gets intercepted. And then it looked to be kicked out of bounds, but it looked to be number 19, Lauren Sotomayor. And that is quite the kick, as you can hear it all the way up here. Number 18, oh, that ball goes bouncing over the barricade almost into the stands. And one of these sanitized balls will be given as the scorekeeper sends it on down. That was a boot. Oh, they're just playing sky-high ball. They might as well be playing like 3D chess. They're kicking that ball so high. Multiple layers to this as the Bulldogs with a fast breakaway, and they're going down the field. It looks to be number 14 trying to make it down the field as she's going almost the full length of the field, and they both go down. It was a missed opportunity as number 14 for the Bulldogs. That'll be Elisa Delezia, one of the leading scorers for the Bulldogs. Collides with another player here. 5:47 left to go in the first quarter. 0-0 your score. Interesting note that the Oliver Ames Tigers have had 4 ties to start off their season. They had 4 ties in a row. Their first 4 games they need a won or lost. That is quite the accomplishment in and of itself. I'm sure it's not the accomplishment they would have wanted, but that is the case. They were on a 2-game winning streak, defeating Sharon High both at home and on the road last week, putting them at 2-0-4. The Canton Bulldogs being 6-0 overall. They're looking for their 7th consecutive win under new head coach Idris Senojo, who has had experience coaching club soccer and I believe something in Quincy as well. And it's been a really big senior night for the Bulldogs as they continue to try to win and showcase their seniors on one of their last home games of the season. Second to last, that is, as they will have 2 games next week against Foxborough and one other game against Oliver Ames later this week. The Oliver Ames is actually located in Easton, Massachusetts, which is about 10 miles from Canton High School, so a little bit, not too long of a drive here off the bus for the Tigers. Both captains are seniors, and they share the same first name. They spell Emma the same way, so it's a big shout out to Emma O'Donnell and Emma Pereira. So the starting goalie and the other senior captain, Emma Pereira, wearing the number 22. So it's a big day for them. Everybody has the same amount of players on the roster, as it looks to be that the player down on the field gets up on her own power, gets up off the field on her own power into the buggy there, the big clapping from everybody here at World War II Veterans Memorial Field. And she will get carted off. She got up after her own power. Number 17 coming in for her, and that would be Sophia Byron. Byron coming in. And the teams will somehow try to resume play after that. I'm not sure how they're going to, but they're going to do. It looks to be, it must have been, I'm not exactly sure here. As the teams try to resume play here with the goal kick off of O'Donnell's foot. O'Donnell sends it down. She gets it to number 22 on her squad. And that'll be Pereira, who we were just talking about, off the collarbone of number 17. Sophia Bryan coming in and making an impact already. Highland trying to do something. Highland passes it down to her team. Didn't look like she was ready, but they're ready all the time. And off the foot of number 10, Cameron O'Connor. Highland gets it into her teammate, who is just covered in white jerseys. 3-on-1's never a good opportunity for the opposite person. Mia Gilmore getting it down to her teammate. It looks to be Shirai. Sarag trying to make something happen on her senior night, looking to go to Boston College next year in the fall on a scholarship, and we will have a restart here, and it looks like the Tigers will get it off to number 22, Pereira. And big cheering coming from the section on the visitor side. Looks to have a direct kick of sorts as we're winding down the first quarter. No score. Bulldogs facing the Tigers of Oliver Ames. Big confusion on the field. The Bulldogs bench and the fans of the Bulldogs, the parents of the seniors, not happy with that one. Looked to be a good block by number 14. And it will go right on the touchline as they're fighting. The Bulldogs trying to make some aggression, trying to make something happen here. Really met their match in aggression as the Bulldogs number 10, Olivia Rodman. Rodman looking to make something happen. Rodman gets it down to her teammate. Oh, and there's another collision. Number 12 collides with the, will look to be number 36. So Lucinda Carter was collided with number 12 of the Bulldogs, Ava Gilmore. Highland slinging it down, trying to get it down to Rodman. Rodman trying to make something happen. And the Bulldogs trying to march down the field, get a shot on goal here, and score the first points before this quarter is over. But it was not to be, as the Bulldogs get a shot on goal, but that's about it. The boot from O'Donnell. O'Donnell sends it into the cleat of her teammate. And it looks to be, almost rolled out of bounds. I thought it was going to go past the touchline, but it didn't. It stays in play. The Tigers still going. They're trying to make something happen here. And it'll be out of bounds, and it'll be Bulldog ball as they continue to try to do something as the first quarter continues to dwindle. The time that is, it'll be intercepted. The Bulldogs try to take it back, and they do after a third attempt. And the Bulldogs with an open net, not an open net, an open opportunity to score on the guarded net, but they do not get it, but get it right back as they're playing ping pong, interception for interception. Whatever you can do, I can do better. And the Bulldogs continue to march down the field, but they're trying to get untied. Looked like Olivia Rodman was trying to get untied with two of the two Tigers, and looked to be a penalty on her, and the Tigers will take over possession as we are approaching the end of the first quarter. The ball goes sailing, and off the collarbone of what looked to be number 18, and the Bulldogs continue to intercept and will march down that field, and it will go out of bounds off the foot of what looked to be one of the Bulldog players. Looked to be number 12, Ava Gilmore. The Tigers looking to have a substitution come in. She's reminded to put on the hand sanitizer before she comes in. And that'll be Alessandra Byron, number 2, trying to come into the game. As the first quarter is dwindling. And into the feet of the visiting Tigers. And it's in play, and they're trying to make something happen. They're trying to do something, trying to get that ball into the area as the senior captain trying to make something happen. And she's trying to control the ball, getting it past Gilmore, trying to get it past Gilmore, and eventually passes it back. And it will go right into the feet of the Bulldog coach, and it will be out of bounds on the Tigers, as the coach obviously not in the game and standing past the touchline. Down the field goes, wow, by number 14, Alicia Delezia, and another Tiger goes down. She seems to be okay. She gets up, shakes herself off. Looks to be another direct kick, or indirect kick, excuse me. Confusion of whether it's indirect or not. I believe it is. As we're getting set, the referee trying to orchestrate everybody into the right position. And it will be into the net off the indirect kick. 1-0 your score. The Oliver Ames Tigers are leading the Canton Bulldogs off that indirect kick, 1-0. I think that was 10. I'm not exactly sure who got it there. It looked to be number 10. And the Oliver Ames Tigers strike first as the first quarter dwindles to a close. Bulldogs trying to make something happen. Hyman getting it down, trying to make it past, trying to drill past, and then it looks to be the end of the first quarter with your score. The Oliver Ames Tigers leading the Canton Bulldogs 1-0. And we look to start the second quarter here at World War II Veterans Memorial Field. The Canton Bulldogs trailing the Oliver Ames Tigers 1-0. A rare position that the Bulldogs had not been in much this season. Bulldogs looking to rebound on this senior night and continue their winning ways. We'll see how adversity strikes the Bulldogs. They've already had a lot of adversity. Their starting goalie went down for the year with a big knee injury. So it's not like they haven't faced adversity. The Oliver Ames Tigers are looking to continue to play and continue to stay undefeated for themselves. And teams will switch sides and they will march on, and we will continue this game, which has been quite the battle so far, and it has been very aggressive, very, very hard hitting. And the kickoff goes to the Bulldogs, and it looks like number 2, MIAA Costello gets it down to her teammate, and then back to Costello. Costello sends it over to what looks to be her sister, and then sends it to Rodman. Rodman trying to do some fancy footwork and swinging around somebody, and then into the waiting feet of Alicia Delezia. Gabrielle trying to get a shot, and it's just over the crossbar. Just barely. That was a clean shot for one Gabriela Herrero, and she just cleared the crossbar, but not in the direction she was hoping. So a good shot on goal for the Bulldogs, but it is not to be. Great interception. The field might be a little wet, and that might be why people are slipping and sliding. That might be a little bit of the reason why. Looks to be the ball out on the Bulldogs, so the Tigers will take over. Here with the kick-in, as the kick-ins have replaced the throw-ins due to the COVID restrictions. The ball will be out on Rodman, and the game will continue with this kick-in from the Oliver Ames Tigers. This broadcast is sponsored by the Canton Athletics Booster Club. Referee trying to administer a 6 feet, it looks to be a 6 feet area, which is a requirement here as much as possible. The Tigers looking to come down, trying to get their score doubled and put the Bulldogs down by 2. And the Bulldogs will kick that one, will look to be outside the touchline, and number 20 for the Tigers, Mary Cross, trying to make something happen there, but I think she went out of bounds. It looks to be that Shirai will take this one. No, that is, they both have long brown hair. I apologize. Yeah, it's Michaela Costello who was kicking that one in for the Bulldogs, and she gets it down to her teammate, which would be Delezia. Delezia trying to make something happen. One of the strikers intercepted and picks it back up, then intercepted and picked up again. But this interception was much longer, but then the Bulldogs take it back, ping-ponging back and forth. Yeah, what looks to be the senior captain, one of the Ambers trying to do it for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs will get a foul on this one, and they look to kick that one in, send it down, and then off the collarbone of one of the Tigers, and then back to the Bulldogs. It looks like number 9, Gilmore trying to do something with it, and then gets it down to her teammate, off the foot of one of the Tigers, and then a jumping kick from Gilmore. Doesn't do much of effect, but it looked pretty cool. Gilmore trying to get it back, but then almost collides with 2 Tigers, decides to let the ball go before being sandwiched in between. And that ball will be out, will look to be on Herrero. And number 3 will take it in. There'll be a substitution in for the Tigers. It looks like number 22 coming out of the game, which would be Emma Pereira, who's had quite the impact so far. And the Tigers trying to make something happen. Oh, and she's down. And that will be number 14, Elisa Delezia, and it looks like she was taking out number 10. I'm not exactly sure. And you cannot do that during the modifications to the MIAA soccer here in Massachusetts. And the off the lot, what was that, like a back kick, and the Bulldogs get the interception. It was just a casual kick, and it went off the heel. And the Bulldogs will take it, and they look to be a promising thing. It looks like they are more composed like they normally are, and the Bulldogs trying to make something happen here. And Sarai trying to make it down the field, getting over to Herrera, but she just catches up with it. The speed of these players amazes me sometimes. Most of the time, if we're going to be honest. Off to the foot, trying to go for Rodman, but it's not the case. And sky high into the waiting arms of O'Donnell. 1-0 your score. Oliver Ames leads the Canton Bulldogs with 15-12 left to go in this second quarter. We are playing quarters, not halves, due to the modification set forth by the MIAA. And it looks to be the Bulldogs will take control of this one. Michaela Costello, the freshman, trying to make something happen here. And she gives it off to her teammate, which would be Allie McCabe. And that will be, the ball will go towards the Tigers as they look to have a substitution incoming, which would be Jenna Gilman. Gilman looking to check into the game for her team in the white. And the number 20 for the Tigers, Mary Cross, looking to crisscross the defense and get it into the goal, putting the Tigers up by 2. That would be if she was or anybody was able to get over there. 1-0 your score officially, and Stefari will chase that one down, and it looks to be a kicker right back. Number 33 coming into the game for the Tigers, and it looks to be number 36, my apologies. So the 2 highest numbers coming out of the game, switching for each other, Jenna Gilman coming in and Lucinda Cotter coming out. The Bulldogs trying to make something happen, but the pass to one of the Tigers almost ends in disaster. As there was almost a clear shot for the Tigers, but as not to be. Stefari looking to make something happen here. Number 22, Emma Pereira looking to check back in for the Tigers. The senior getting the hand sanitizer ready. And off the torso of one of the Bulldogs as after that kick in, but I had a brain fart there for a second. I was thinking, why is the Tiger going the wrong way towards their own goal? I forgot they switched sides. They switched sides at the end of that. And number 22, Emma Pereira, the senior captain, coming into the game for her teammate, what looks to be number 2, which would be Alessandra. Yeah, it would be Alessandra Byron coming out of the game. The Bulldogs trying to do and the fancy footwork there by number 10. The Tigers getting very close, and Stefari is getting a workout tonight. And she is running all up and down the penalty area and around her goal box as well. Number 19 coming into the game for the Bulldogs, and that would be Emily McCabe. The sophomore coming off the field will be, well, looks to be one of the seniors. I believe that is Mia Gilmore, one of the 8 seniors for the Bulldogs here on senior night. And off the leg of one of the Tigers, and we'll see who it's at a bounce on. It looks like it passed the touchline last touch by the Tigers, so the Bulldogs will take possession, trying to get it onto their opponent's side of the pitch. 11:42 left to go in this in the second quarter. The Bulldogs trailing the Oliver Ames Tigers 1-0. Excuse me. And number 19 Emily McCabe collides with number 33 Jenna Gilman, and it will possibly send the ball the other way. No, it will not. The Bulldogs, it looks like Amy Heinlein trying to make something happen, gets it over to Steferi, not to Sarai. And the Bulldogs trying to get that ball back onto their own side. It looks like Rodman trying to make something happen. Rodman going past, trying to outrun two Tigers. Hard to outrun a Tiger, and that ball will go out of bounds on number 3, Madeline Taylor of the Tigers. So number 2, Michaela Costello, looking to take this one, celebrating the senior night of her older sister, Sarai Costello. Trying to get it, but past the number 10, Cameron O'Connor. O'Connor taking it up. O'Connor passes down to her teammate, who has a clear shot on Steferi, and it will just miss. I thought for a second it was going to hook into the far upper corner there of the goal, but it is not to be there. Great shot on goal by the Tigers as they lead 1-0. I think it surprised Steferi there for a second. And the Bulldogs slam it, but it will be picked off by the Tigers. The Tigers looking to take this one, but not too easily. The Bulldogs, off the second chance, get that ball. It'll look to be Sarai. Excuse me, that was number 17, I believe, for the Bulldogs. Allie McCabe, one of the Bulldogs, looking to come back in. And that would be number 9, Mia Gilmore, as she will sub in. Listed on the field, causing that play to die. And it looks to be that we will have a goal kick by number 0, Marissa Steferi, stepping in for her injured cohort, Elise Broderick. Number 10, Olivia Robin, getting a little bit of instruction from her head coach before she steps back onto the pitch. And the Bulldogs trying to get this ball onto the opposite side, but the Tigers are not letting them make it do that easy, as the Bulldogs get it over, but on the opposite side, meaning that they got it out of bounds past the touchline. So this will be in the Tigers' possession once the ball is in play. 8:43 left to go in the second quarter. The Bulldogs trailing the Oliver Ames Tigers 1-0. 2 Tigers looking to check into the game here, which would be number 18 and 36. As they are playing on the Bulldog side of the pitch, and picked up by Steferi. Steferi trying to make something. And she looks to kick it out of her goal area. And it will be, the missed chest bump off the ball, the only type of chest bump you can do these days. And Herrero getting the rebound, and she will take this, but it will go out. So 18 and 36 looking to come into the game for the Tigers. So looks to be Alex Lopez coming out of the game for the Bulldogs. Gilmore coming in. 14 and 21 coming out for the Tigers, which would be Alexa Lane and Reese Pereira. Picked off there by the Tigers. The Tigers looking to make something happen, trying to drive that score up. trying to get something going. The one Tiger surrounded by 3 Bulldogs fares well for the Bulldogs, but the Tigers pick it right back as one of the senior captains gets it, loses it, sends it back, and then gets it to her teammate who slams it straight off of what looked to be the elbow of one of the Bulldog players. It looked to be number 19 there, Emily McCabe. Excuse me, I think that's number 17, which would change things, and that would be her sister, Allie McCabe. So it was off of McCabe either way. And speaking of twins, speaking of sisters, that kick-in was by the number 2, Michaela Costello. Oh! That was no good. No whistle to stop. Number 3 hit the ball off one of her teammates there. Oh, and there's more tumbling happening on the field. I would imagine none of that was supposed to happen, as they kept playing. It looked to be the ball went off the dome of one of the teammates. Madeline looked to get it off of Cameron O'Connor, but that was not to be there. Looks like Rodman's getting a little bit of a warning here. During this COVID era, there was supposed to be no contact. The referee's enforcing that tonight. The ball going into the waiting feet of number 22 for the Tigers, and Costello trying to get it down, and she looked to be getting it down to what looked to be her sister, but then gets it to Rodman instead, who makes it before the interception happens, and then off the torso of the Tigers, and they intercepted right there. But then the Bulldogs get it right back. But looking out from behind her, coming up from behind, was one of the Tigers who snuck up behind her. It looked to be Sarai Costello had more time. She thought she had more time than she actually did. Michaela trying to do something. Michaela getting it down to her teammate, which would be Allie McCabe. McCabe gets it down to one of the Bulldogs, and then it's intercepted by a Tiger. Madeline Taylor trying to do something. Crazy action happening here. Elise Broderick hip-hopping away, trying to get that ball. Trying to get that ball. They went out of the way because of the no ball gatherers. Elise getting reprimanded, trying to rehab her knee injury. Quite the great player. She was a standout last year. Looks to come back for her senior year next year. The Tigers looking to make something happen as they miss kick and the Bulldogs take advantage. Well, Luke's did be one of the McCabe's. McCabe slams it home, gets it down to, I think that's number 14, Lisa Delezia. And kicked out by the Bulldogs. Well, looked to be number 2, Michaela Costello kicks that ball out, and it'll be past the touchline. And the Bulldogs trying to make something happen, but the Tigers looking to stop them. They hold a 1-0 lead with 4:07 left to go in this second quarter, this first half. This broadcast sponsored by the Canton Athletics Booster Club. They kick in by the Tigers. The Tigers trying to do something very close to Steferi. Steferi trying to ground that ball, get it out of the way, and she's able to corral it and get it into her waiting arms, avoiding a doubling in the score for the opponent right there. And she boots it out of her goal area, sending it to, it looks like it's off one of the shoulders of the waiting Tigers, but the Bulldogs trying to dance their way around and get that ball out, and that ball will go sailing. Maybe they're able to catch it, I'm not sure. Rodman almost able to catch that ball right there. Every time, I swear, they go down that far left corner there, and I think there's no way they catch it, and then oftentimes they do, and I'm surprised at how fast a lot of these athletes are. Because you think that ball is long gone, but then they're able to catch it before the touch line. So you never really know who's going to gather it there. Bulldogs with the interception, but the Tigers right back, and then the Bulldogs send it forward, and the Tigers send it forward. And now one of the Tigers has the captain, Gilmore. Gilmore takes it off her senior night, accompanied by her 7 other seniors. Gilmore goes down, and the Bulldogs trying to make something happen. Herrero trying to do something. Herrero's in position. Herrero keeps going. Herrero passes it down, trying to get it down to either number 14 or 10 for the Bulldogs, but it looks to be The Tigers take possession of that. And we'll have a stoppage in play here as they try to assess what is going on. The referee's trying to coordinate with each other. 2:12 left to go in the first half. 1-0 your score in favor of Oliver Ames. The team from Easton trying to make something happen as they're trying to get that ball out of their own side of the pitch, which it has not spent a lot of time renting there. There's not spent a lot of time there. Oh, and that's a great play by Delizia. Delizia trying to make something happen. But the Tigers take over, and they will continue to march down the field, and they are scorching down the field. And Stefari gathers that ball. She risks getting her head kicked in, but nonetheless gathers that ball and kicks it. I would not have been able to do that. There was a bright pink shoe that was headed. Stefari was either going to get it and corral it, or it was going to go past her and that ball was going to go in. Not to mention the bright pink shoe that was aimed at her head because the ball was close to it. Great play there, and a very fair play. Ball kicked out by the Bulldogs, and after the touchline, the Tigers look to take possession there off of this kick in. Looks to be 19 taking it, which would be Lauren Silmeyer. Silmeyer gets it down to her teammates who boot it. And even though it's off the cleat, it goes through the goal post. It would be good if we're playing American football, but in soccer it's no good as it goes high over the crossbar. Stefari, who has had quite the night so far, is going to get this goal kick here, and she kicks it down to her teammate, what looks to be Michaela Costello. Costello looking to get it down the field as the first half winds down. The Bulldogs trying to make something happen as they're going down the field. Herrero making a run for it, trying to get past it before the Tigers get to it. And Herrero gets it down, but the ball goes into the hands, dropped, and back into the hands of one O'Donnell, Emma O'Donnell. One of the two senior captains. Both of them sharing the first name Emma, surprisingly. They're both spelled the same way. And there'll be a whistle, and it looks to be the end of the second quarter. With your score, the Canton Bulldogs 0, the Oliver Ames Tigers 1.
Hello, Danny Erickson here, Athletic Director at Canton High School. We are so excited to be having our fall season off and running. We have a bunch of games down here at Memorial Field for field hockey and for soccer teams. We hope families will join us, the families of our players. We do have to make sure everybody's safe, and we are following many guidelines when it comes to COVID-19. So just a quick heads up for all parents who are coming to the games to make sure that they fill out their COVID pre-screen at home. You can find that right here at our website or on our blog or our Twitter account. We have it as many places as you can find it. So please make sure you save yourself time when you come to the game and fill out your pre-screener at home. Go Bulldogs.
Congratulations to all of the Bulldog seniors here on senior night, as we're looking to get set and ready to go for the second half, the last two quarters. Put in that 50 cents. We're ready to go. The Bulldogs trail 1-0 over the Oliver Ames Tigers. The Tigers looking to stay undefeated and hand the Bulldogs their first loss of the year. But the Bulldogs looking to fight back and come back and put the Tigers in the loss column for the first time this season. Who's going to win? Who's going to come out on top? It's big doings. We have the Hockomock League tournament coming up. We'll see what indeed happens. Bulldogs regrouping, trying to make sure that they got stuff. They have not trailed very often in this season, if at all. So this is a new experience for them. They will switch sides once more, and they are looking to come out and score, trying to get something going here. The Tigers looking to continue what they've been doing, looking to continue fighting and continue going. Herrero gets it down, and she's looking to be picked off by what looked to be number 9 of the, actually 10, excuse me, of the Tigers. The Tigers get intercepted and then get it right back as they continue to march down the field here. It looks to be, we will have a reset. It looks to be that the captain, Mia Gilmore, looking to make something happen. Or not, it looked like she was, but now she isn't. The Bulldogs kick it and get it down. It looks to be Emily McCabe. McCabe gets it to her sister, not her sister. It's intercepted by the Bulldogs, and the teams continue to fight to see who will get those points. It is a very close game here, 1-0. OA leading the Bulldogs. Steferi with a nice catch. And this will continue as that goal will be a shot on goal, and Steferi boots it out of the goal area. And the Bulldogs trying to get something going as the kicks from many people, and here comes Gilmore. Gilmore sends it to Herrero. Herrero getting it down to her teammate. Number 21 for the Bulldogs, Annie Hoban into the game. And she's trying to get something. Trying not to collide. But the Tigers are taking over here. And that ball will go into the waiting foot of number 21, Alexa Lane. And again, that ball goes out of bounds and right into the waiting feet of the Bulldog head coach. Herrero trying to intercept that kick. The kick in there, but it is not to be. The Bulldogs trying to get it, but the Tigers are making big strides here and going towards Steferi. Marissa Steferi, one Bulldog falls. She's calling for the referee to say something. I'm not sure if he is going to or not. Steferi readying herself for anything. It looks to be that the Tigers will get possession of the ball here. And it will, and then, a nice kick by Gilmore. Gilmore getting it out, and the Bulldogs getting it tied up with the Tigers. And it will go way past, and, it looks to be Emily Myers coming into the game as the second half goalie. Taking over for one Emma O'Donnell, the senior captain. And chasing down the field are one Bulldog, number 12, and number 21 for the Tigers. Bulldogs trying to get it down, but it looks like that ball went off the paw of the Tigers. Each team trying to cement their lead here, to cement their team history. Put them in the record books. 16:35 left to go in the third quarter. The Oliver Ames Tigers lead the Canton Bulldogs 1-0 in this tough matchup for both teams. The Bulldogs running all over the field, and then the Tigers with the quick feed and the little pass, getting it through everybody, tied up with multiple people as they're going round and around they go. One of the Tigers goes down. Then off the Tiger, and then the visiting team trying to double their score. But that's either it's into the waiting arms of Steferi. I wasn't sure if it was gonna go with one of the Bulldogs or if the goalie was gonna get it. Marissa Steferi doing great things off the field as she was a part of Team Terror in the fundraiser over the summer along with two of her friends where they had these pallets with a big heart to raise hope. They raised over $4,000 as she has been a big part not only of the community on the field but also the community off the field. I see those pallets everywhere I go around my neighborhood. And now it goes to number 7, Allie McCabe. McCabe sending it down to her teammate. And the Bulldogs trying to get their first goal of the night. Number 36, Lucinda Carter looking to come into the game for the Tigers, the only freshman on the squad of the visiting Tigers. The Tigers made up of mostly middle-classmen, being juniors and sophomores, juniors primarily. Looks to be the Bulldogs will take this kick in, and they kick it down, and it'll be intercepted sky high. Not the movie, but then the Bulldogs go and intercept that ball, take it right back. It looks like Rodman has it right now, and that ball will be out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will continue to have possession. Trying to figure out who exactly is going to do it, and the Bulldogs get it down the field, but that is a stop by the referee, and we'll see how this is going. I think they went before the whistle, I believe, is what the stoppage in play is for, as we look to restart. After that kick in, and the Bulldogs chasing it down the corners. This is one of their big opportunities, as they are on the side of their opponent. This may or may not be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. That's what it looks to be. And the kick is sent down, and the Bulldogs maintain possession as the white jerseys go flying. There was just a massive white jerseys in the middle of their own pitch. And Emily Myers getting that one and sends it way up in there. Not sure exactly what happened. There's a stoppage in play. And it looks to be that the Tigers will take possession of this and try to make something happen. This is day one of our 3 consecutive days of coverage here at World War II Veterans Memorial Field. Tomorrow we will bring you Canton High School field hockey against the Oliver Ames Tigers at 4 o'clock. On Wednesday we'll bring you boys soccer at 6:15 against Oliver Ames. So stay with us as we have half a week's worth of coverage, 3 straight days. 12:28 left to go in this third quarter. 1-0 your score as the Oliver Ames Tigers lead the Canton Bulldogs. That ball is scorching down the field, but the Bulldogs pick it up somehow, but then it's kicked out and somehow stays in. I swear they're magicians, all of them. Lauren Samir trying to get it down, but the Bulldogs sort of intercepted, but not too long after the whistle was called. And the Bulldogs, now with the kick in, it looks to be Emily McCabe kicking it in. Gilmore, the senior captain, gets it down to her teammate, who gets it down to hers. The Bulldogs doing quick passes all around the pitch, and they're getting down there. They're playing more aggressive as this game goes forward. Number 10, Cameron O'Connor with the interception there, cutting them off at the pass. And the Tigers going all around the field, 21-22, but the Bulldogs almost picked that one off, and then Rodman gets it. The Bulldogs trying to somehow continue to get it away. Steferi will easily get that one off the one hop. And she will get ready to send this one high into the air as it collects air miles off the chest of the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs continue to play possession of this. Oh, a nice stop. Stop on a dime by number 14, Elise Delezia. Delezia with a great play. The high kick missed. The Bulldogs maintain possession. They're going down the field. Gilmore loses control, forces the interception, but she'll get it back as that ball goes outside the touchline on the Tigers. And the Bulldogs will get it down. Herrero trying to make something happen. Have not seen much action from Herrero tonight as she has been trying to get that ball into the net in this soccer matchup. Bulldogs trying to come back. They have not been down in a deficit many times this season. So they are trying to get back in. 18-36 are the numbers waiting to come into the game. Lucinda Carter, number 36, and number 18, Carly Gibson, waiting to come into the game for the Tigers. 9:47 left to go in this third quarter. The Bulldogs trail 1-0 against the visiting Oliver Ames Tigers. 36-18 will come into the game. And the pack of Tigers substitutes 2 of their own. Looks to be 14 and 21 coming out. So that would be 14 Aris Pereira and number 21 Alexa Lane. Bulldogs kick it, trying to get down. Oh, off the chest of Delezia. Delezia being a big part of this game, one of the leading scorers for the Bulldogs. But it's picked off by the Tigers. The Tigers trying to take possession, but the Bulldogs take it back. The Tigers take it back. They're playing ping pong here, table tennis. And the teams are fighting along the far touchline, right around the right side, as they are continuing on this chilly night here from World War II Veterans Memorial Field. It gets colder as the night goes on. It was drizzling rain a little bit earlier on, but it is not now. The team is trying to fight for possession, fight for those points. And that ball goes down, and it looks to be number 17 kicks it out. Steven, what could have been a potential score for the Tigers. Allie McCabe making sure that the score does not double on them. Bulldogs on the bench are warming up on the sidelines, doing a little bit of a drills here. That one out. So we have a Tigers ball off of this kick in here. Number 14 looking to get into the game for the Tigers. She's subbing in right now. 14 being Maurice Pereira, who came out and is now coming back in. And it looks to be she's coming in for one of her teammates. Number 33, which would be Jenna Gilman. The Oliver Ames Tigers have two Caitlins. They have two Katies on their team, unlike the M's, they spell their names differently. There is number 6, Katie Wilson, and number 11, Katie Gibson. So a lot of the similar names here. They were looking to have a indirect kick. I'm trying to figure out where the ball is. Oh, it looks to be more of a corner kick in for the Tigers, and the Bulldogs take that one out. It looks to be Sarai. Sarai gets that one. Bulldogs playing keep away from the Tigers. It looks like Herrera trying to make a play. Captain Pereira trying to do something. And the kick, one Tiger goes down. She gets back up. She seems to be fine. The Bulldogs trying to get possession, trying to do something, trying to get this ball into their opponent's net. Trying to get it onto the other half of the pitch as they are fighting in the jungle. And the Bulldogs, looks to be Mia Gilmore. Gilmore picked off. Another tumble. Two Bulldogs looking to sub into the game. Faye Gallery, number 32, and what looks to be number 4. Han Hong. And number 6 looking to check in as well. The Tigers looking to come in, trying to get something going on. Oh, one Tiger goes down. She's up. She's fine. The Bulldogs continuing to try to march down the field, get it into their opposite side, spending some time on the Tigers' side of the pitch. And the Bulldogs with a great chance to get this ball down there, trying to get it forcefully in down. Looks like Gilmore has the ball right there. She's trying to do something. Ball's going high into the waiting arms of number 1, Emily Myers, the second half goalie, taking over for O'Donnell, the senior captain, Emma O'Donnell. So Myers sending it down there. Oh, a big kick. Whoa. And it will go into the kick out. Kicked out by the Tigers. 6, 12, and 32 coming into the game for the Bulldogs. We look to have number 19 coming out of the game. Number 10 and 14? Get you a confirmation on that here. So number 10 being the senior captain, Olivia Rodman. Number 19 being Emily McCabe. And it looks to be number 14 coming out of the game as well, which would be Elise Delizia. 4:28, let's go in the third quarter. 1-0 your score. The Oliver Ames Tigers leading the Canton Bulldogs. Both teams trying to get something going here. Haven't had a score since late in the first quarter. I believe it was the first quarter where Oliver Ames scored. Number 21 with the stiff kick, and she gets it down to Myers. She's had 2 shots on goal. She's had 2 stiff kicks as well, Amy Hoban. Traditionally playing defense, but Coach Idris having everybody playing both sides of the ball, making sure everybody's ready for that is his philosophy in his first year. Katie Howarth, who was with the Bulldogs for 7 seasons, stepped down last year to pursue her pro career. Oh, and number 17, oh, and people are going down. 17 and 32, 17 and 23. So that would be Sophia Byron and number 23, Gabriela Herrero. 3:17 left to go in this third quarter. The Bulldogs trail the Oliver Ames Tigers by a score of 1-0. We were just mentioning Katie Howarth, who was the Bulldogs coach for 7 seasons. She is now in the National Women's Soccer League with the Orlando Pride. She's played 34 minutes thus far. Looks to be that Herrero got up on her own power. She seems to be okay, being carted off here. Gilmore looking to take the shot. Looks to be that Costello coming into the game. The Bulldog bench not too happy with that one, or Coach Idris was not very happy with that one. He's talking to the referees. His body language does not appear to be very of the happy variety. Mia Gilmore, the senior captain, trying to make something happen here. Trying to even this game up, trying to put this game up at 1 apiece. I do find it interesting. Emma Myers was just leaning up against the post like it was something from Greece, as she was like a greaser just leaning up against the brick wall as she was leaning up against the post there. Hey, you got to take breaks when you can, and you got to have fun when you can as well. Oh, and the Bulldogs almost score! Oh, if they hit the rebound right there, it would have been in. But it is not to be, as that was the Bulldogs' one of their best chances thus far. As we approach the end of the third quarter, 1-0 your score. Myers looking to set this goal kick far and wide, and it gets that far. Oh, off! What is that? The neck area of one of the Bulldogs? There was high up on the area there, on the neck, chest bone, collarbone area. Gilmore with a powerful kick with the bounce, and it lands in the hands of Myers. Myers sends it into mid and sends it into the center circle. And scorching past would be Jenna Gilman. Gilman trying to make something happen. She is taking it down the field, but the ball gets away from her and goes past the touchline. And the Bulldogs will take over as the winding clock continues to tick down towards the end of the third quarter. Interception by the Tigers. Tigers looking to hold on to their 1-0 lead over the Canton Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are looking to tie this game up. And as they're getting tied up with the legs of the two teams, Bulldogs arguing over whose ball it should be. The Bulldog bench and the Bulldog faithful, the families here, not too happy, saying the ball should be theirs. Bulldogs taking it down the field regardless. And it'll be intercepted, but the ball will be off the foot of the Tigers, and the Bulldogs will take it and have better positioning down on their opponent's side of the pitch, as we are just in the final moments of the third quarter. Trying to figure out what exactly is going. And here we go, and the game restarts. And we're looking to see if the Bulldogs can get it down there. Oh, it looked to be, almost, I thought that sure I was able to gonna get that, or one of the Tigers was gonna get that. And it misses the goal, and it will be a goal kick for Myers. Myers slamming that one home. But it off the knee of the Bulldogs as they look to intercept it, trying to get it with a shoulder was number 10, Cameron O'Connor. But it looks to be the Bulldogs retain possession, and they continue to try to get this game tied before the end of the third. Oh, Gilmore, the senior captain, showing why. She's dancing past 3 people and trying to get it down to her teammate, who gets it down. The missed, picked off by the Tigers. The Tigers missed it the first time, got it the second time, but the Bulldogs take it back. And that will be the end of the third quarter. Number 18 looking to check into the game was Carly Gibson. At the end of 3, the Oliver Ames Tigers lead the Canton Bulldogs by a score of 1-0. 20 minutes remaining in this game. Who will win? Who will lose? Who might go away with their first loss of the year? Find out very shortly. The Bulldog faithful, the crowd here, the limited amount of parents that are at the game here trying to rally their team on senior night for the Bulldogs. Trying to rally the team as they switch sides for the final time. Stefari and Myers take their positions. Gilmore, the Bulldogs taking that one off their kickoff there. And the Bulldogs trying to get something down as they kick it down to their team. What looks to be number 2, Kayla Costello gets it right back, and she gets it to one of her teammates, but then it goes off the foot of the Bulldogs. This time into one of the coaches for the Tigers team. It has gone off the foot of the Bulldogs head coach twice. This time going off the Tigers on the out of bounds line. Oh, and the steal by the Bulldogs. And Gilmore gets it down, what looked to be off the chin or the chest bone or something of number 20, Mary Cross. And that ball will sail far and wide past Marissa Stefari. Stefari kicking it out to her team. And the Bulldogs look to get something going. The Tigers looking to not let that happen. And one of them has to prevail in some way. The Tigers with possession here, continuing to march down, trying to get something. The karate kick by one of the Tigers. The Tigers continuing to get that, trying to get it down to Stefari. And that ball will go off the foot of number 33, Jenna Gilman, who was very disappointed. You could see her hunch over and her arms go limp. Her arms hang down as that ball went past the touchline. Not too happy with that one. And it goes out once more on Miss Gilman. Costello looking to kick it in. Passes it down. Oh, a little shove there. And close, but no cigar very close for Elisa Delezia. She was going far and trying to get that ball in there, but it is not to be, and it will be out of bounds. And Meadow and Taylor will kick it in, replacing the throw-ins due to the COVID restrictions. Everyone's required to wear a mask and have a daily screener before they can even enter the arena. This broadcast sponsored by the Canton Athletics Booster Club. Michaela Costello looking to kick it in here. And she gets down, but past her sister, right past her sister's foot, but she regains it. The Costello to Costello connection, oh, so very close. And the hands go on the head of some of the Bulldog faithful as it just sails over the crossbar, keeping the score at 0-1 in favor of the visiting Tigers from Easton. Myers with the kick. And it'll be blocked by one of the Bulldogs. But the Tigers regain possession. The teams are feisty right now. They're trying to get in here. Herrero looking to sub back into this game. She appears to be okay as she's coming back in. Rodman looking to come back in as well. Rodman on her senior night playing her second to last regular season home game. Herrero looked to have second thoughts, but the coach says, no, you're going in. That may be what happened. I can't hear what's going on down there. But the Tigers kicking it out. And it will be Bulldog ball off of this kick in. Or it will not actually. It'll be Madeline Taylor kicking it in for her team. It would not be Madeline Taylor. It'll be number 15. Allison Even, who we've not talked about since the first quarter. Off the chest of one of the Tigers, the Bulldogs make sure it gets out of there. Trying to keep this a one-score game. 16 minutes left to go in the game. The Bulldogs trying to mount that 1-0 deficit. The Tigers looking to hold on and keep that 1-0 lead. One of the Tigers going down. She gets back up. And the Bulldogs kick it down. And then off the chest of number 14, Delezia trying to do something. She's going around and around. Where she stops, only she knows, as that ball goes just past her team, and the collective awe of frustration from the Bulldog bench as that ball will go past the touchline and will be the Tigers' ball. Number 19 also looking to sub into the game here for the Bulldogs. So it'll be Emily McCabe, Gabby Herrero, and Olivia Rodman looking to come in. The Tigers trying to make something, trying to get running down the field. They're sprinting, trying to get away from the green jerseys. And that ball will be out. We'll find out if it was on Michaela Costello or on Jenna Gilman momentarily. It looks like it was on Michaela Costello. And the Tigers with a big shot. And they continue to fight. They're continuing to go. While the Bulldogs get possession there, as they're kicking that ball, but it goes into the Tigers' possession, and Stefari will get it off the hop, and she will get this kick. Just out of the penalty box in the goal area, and she drop kicks it right into the center circle, and off the leg of Gilman, or off the knee of number 9. Senior captain Mia Gilmore, not Gilman, Gilmore. And then it will go into Cameron O'Connor. And the Tigers looking to make something happen. 13, just under 14 minutes left to go here. The Bulldogs trail 1-0. They're trying to keep it that way. The Tigers are looking to add to their lead. In the, what looks to be Delezia. And that will be a call there, stoppage in play. Penalty. We'll see where they continue. 19, 23, and 10. Still looking to get into the game for Canton as substitutes. The Bulldogs looking to get in here. They will get this kick in, this restart. And Michaela was getting ready to go, but there's a whistle. Everybody's trying to figure out what exactly just happened. I think the ball went too high. And it will go to the... Doesn't even know what the Tigers make to do. Nobody really... Looks like the Tigers are trying to do something. They're not even sure what's going on. As everybody's trying to figure out what exactly is going on. I think somebody was hitting the head. Somebody here's the direct kick, indirect kick, And it will not even be in close. The only goal scored was on an indirect kick in this game. Miss Gallery and number 4 coming out for the Bulldogs along with 6. So Han Hong, Faye Gallery, and number 6. Alex Lopez coming out of the game. The referee's making music. Like a Christmas song. The ball now in the possession of Stefari. Stefari trying to do some of the golf cart being moved out of the way of the athletic trainer here. Trying to avoid the multiple water bottles on the field, and she clears them. Every team every player is required to bring their own water in their own gym bag. Everything's sanitized, must be in their own gym bag as a part of the COVID restrictions. That's for any team and any sport in Massachusetts. And still waiting for the play. The ref go and says, yep, all right, come on. Michaela Costello with and she is bouncing through, she is dribbling, she is going through. Oh, past her sister, and it'll be intercepted. Number 3 sends it down off of her chest and then off the knee of a Bulldog. And the Bulldogs trying to make something happen, and they gather possession, and they're trying to regather. They're trying to go for it. Michaela trying to do something. This time gets it to her sister. And her sister tries to get it, and she is racing down to Olivia Rahman, the intended target. And the forward just, my goodness, she sprinted like lightning fast. Might have been Usain Bolt out there. She was sprinting down the field and gets it just closely enough. 36-18 coming into the game for the Tigers. The kick is booming, and 18 making their presence immediately felt. And the Bulldogs retain, get that possession, and into Delezia, who gets it to Herrero, who's blocked, and then Gilmore gets it with the high kick. But then the Tigers get possession. The Tigers are racing down the field. Their stride is big, and they're getting close and closer to that goal with Melissa Stefari. Stefari blocks it and somehow regathers herself and gets the ball, almost lost it off to the far side of the goal there, but picks it back up and drop kicks it into the center circle. And Delezia racing down, trying to make something happen here. 10:44 left to go in the game. Over regulation, 1-0 your score. The Tigers of Oliver Ames leading the Bulldogs of Canton 1-0. Gilmore, the senior captain on senior night, gets it to her teammate. It looks to be Sarai. Sarai, one another with a teammate, passes it to her sister. The Costello sisters making moves, trying to get something going. That ball looked to be intended for 14. Delezia collide, and then Herrero, who's back in the game, then back to Gilmore. Then back, that was Sarai, now back to Gilmore. Gilmore taking it, trying to get it away. Oh! Oh, everybody got really excited. Everyone really excited. I thought that ball was in, but it caught the top of the net and nestled itself on top of the net, so not in the right place to settle on the net. Very close, the closest the Bulldogs have come probably all night, just besides the one that just barely crossed the top of the crossbar. Still, the Bulldogs march on here. Delezia again booting it, and she will get it through the uprights of the wrong goal. If we were playing American football, the Bulldogs would probably be leading this game right now, but we are not. 9:19 left to go in this game in regulation. 1-0, the Ames Tigers. And then Olivia Rodman trying to do something. Oh, and then number 19, one of the McCabe's. Delezia getting tied up, trying to catch it out, and then kicks it out. And then McCabe trying to do something. Emily, Miss McCabe, and then Costello from one sister to another of the different variety, and then picked off Gilmore. Gilmore trying to do something, and she gets it. Oh, and the bounce pass, and Myers never moved her hands. She picked it right up, and she never adjusted her hands. They went straight into him. Into the midst of a number 1, Emily Myers. The Bulldogs will take it over right in the middle of the center circle as they are trying to get this one tied up. Oliver Ames has had a vast experience in overtime games. They have tied 4 games so far. The Bulldog bench is not very happy of the lack of a call there. But they play on. Michaela Costello trying to do something, trying to get it past 2 defenders, and then gets it to Mia Gilmore. Gilmore gets it to Herrero. Herrero making big plays, making big strides, gets caught up, and then steals it right back. We're trying to find out exactly what just... I think Herrera is going to take the kick in here, replacing the throw-ins due to the COVID restrictions. Everyone has to get checked, has to have a daily screener. .7:23 left to go in the game. The Bulldogs trail 1-0. Ooh, so close. In and out of the hands of number 1, Myers. Under the lights here at World War II Veterans Memorial Field. I'm Kevin Prake along with Saeed, your cameraman, as we are watching the final minutes unfold here in this very tense matchup. The Bulldogs try to kick it in, but it looks to be out. We'll see who it's out on here. Number 33 coming into the game. For the Tigers, it'll be Jenna Gilman. Gilman substituting for one of her teammates, who is running very fast off the field. And there'll be number 21, Alexa Lane, coming off. That will be out of bounds. It looks to be that the Tigers will take possession here. .6:05 left to go in the game. Tigers lead 1-0, trying to hold off the Bulldogs as they are sprinting down the field. The Bulldogs trying to make sure that that ball does not reach the goal. And I believe it's off of Michaela Costello. The Bulldogs bench very cheerful, very, very happy. Stefari gets it down to one of her teammates. It looks like the sister connection there of the sisters Costello. It was not, excuse me. That was probably number 17, Emily McCabe. Allie McCabe, excuse me. The Bulldogs kicking it down. Rodman trying to get it down, and it looks like now Sarai fixing her mask and running and keeping the ball at the same time. She was triple tasking. You know, I've heard of multitasking, but not on the pitch. 5:04 left to go in the game. The Tigers kick that ball down towards the center line, off the shoulder of number 17, Allie McCabe, and over the head of the intended target, but she gets it as Herrero missteps, but then off the thigh of Herrero. And then being chased down, it looks to be Bulldog ball here off that out of bounds play. Number 14, Reese Pereira, looking to come into the game for the Tigers. The Bulldog bench, the families here for senior night coming alive, trying to root for their team. And Michaela getting that ball out. Michaela Costello kicking that ball, making sure it does not get out. Gets it out of the way of Marissa Stefari. And it looks to be that Michaela will take the kick here as we look to reset and continue this game. 3:57 left to go. Bulldogs trail by 1. Oliver Ames looking to keep their lead. Sarai trying to do something, passes it to Rodman. Rodman getting it back, and she is racing down the field, chasing down one or two Tigers, and I believe that ball will be out on Rodman. We'll see what the referee's decision is. Bulldogs are running out of time here, but 3:32, still a lot of time left to go. Michaela Costello looking to kick it in here. Gilmore right behind her. Mia Gilmore right behind her teammate. Michaela kicks it to Gilmore. Gilmore trying to line it up. That ball goes high up. Oh, almost off the jumping knee of a number 19, Emma McCabe. Herrero coming back into the game trying to make something going on. One of the McCabe's trying to do something. Off to Sarai. Sarai trying to get it on. And then Emily McCabe gets it into the goal! Emily McCabe with what is a game-changing goal for the Bulldogs. High and wide, eventually one had to go, and we are knotted at 1. 2:45 left to go in the game as the Bulldog crowd erupts in cheering. What a kick. She was like 20 yards out, and it went just over the head of Emily Myers. Tie game, and the Bulldogs have life once more. The Tigers have a lot of experience, though, in tie games. They have 4 of them on the season, so this is a very common occurrence for the Tigers. They know what to do in these situations. Their first 4 games were ties. So neither team out of the woods yet, but it is close. The Tigers now in a desperate situation, trying to get it past Stefari. Stefari, oh, that went over the crossbar of the football goal around it, the American football goal. And we're knotted at 1 here. Stefari, everybody trying to catch their breath after that big play there. Number 4, Han Hong, excuse me, looking to come back into the game as a substitute. Bulldogs trying to get it out of their area. The Tigers looking to come out and get this going. Oh, and it looks like Herrero pushed someone down, and that ball goes out. She seems to be okay. The Bulldogs looking to stop this kick in here. That ball goes sailing like 30, 40 yards. It was the best kick in we've seen all night in terms of length. Off the torso of number 19, Lauren Zellmeyer. Oh, one Bulldog kicks it high, and then off the shin of another. And it looks to be 19 trying to kick it down. Rodman trying to do it. Rodman trying to put the lead up for the Bulldogs in this first one. The Bulldogs trying to get something happening here as they'll get it. 1:58 as we're winding down the end of regulation. A great play by number 3 of the Tigers, Madeline Taylor. Oh, off the leg. The Bulldogs still trying to make something happen. And the miss by number 36, Lucinda Carter. The Bulldogs will take possession here. Number 4 coming in for the Bulldogs. What looks to be Sarai coming out of the game. It's Mia Gilmore, the senior captain, coming out being a big cheer here. Number 4 coming into the game. That would be Han Hong. One of the McCabe slinging it down. Looks to be Sarai. Sarai trying to get the game-winning goal, possibly, but she is stopped by 3 Tigers. 3-on-1 is no easy feat for the 1. As we are winding down regulation here, knotted at 1. The kick by Emily McCabe, tying this game. The other goal off a indirect kick for the Tigers. What looks to be one of the McCabe's. Oh, everybody's tied up. And Elise Broderick is hopping. She is just very fast, and she's going fast. And there is cheering going on in the field for the Bulldogs. And we will end this one in a draw. No overtimes due to the COVID restrictions. And the Oliver Ames Tigers, with their fifth tie. The Bulldogs with their first. Both teams remain undefeated. Your final score. At the end of this one, the Canton Bulldogs won and the Oliver Ames Tigers won. Thank you for watching this exciting game. We will see you tomorrow for Canton Varsity Field Hockey. Thank you for watching.